All of our featured artists here at Detroit Performs have a deep love for Detroit and make sure to let it be known. Let's take a look back as they share their thoughts about the past, present, and visions for the future of this vibrant, proud city of ours.
Detroit comes into my art in just about every aspect.
I always felt like Detroit was a special place.
It has a soul.
Oh, Detroit, I just love it because, I mean, it's where I'm from.
Detroit has been fantastic for me. Everything looks upward here, you know. And so whatever you do, you're going up. So I like that.
I love Detroit. I hope that it continues to do well. I have always been for the underdogs.
And I love the music in Detroit. You know, so that's another thing. It's part of, when I first came back, there was like, oh God, I forgot there's all these like free summer music events. And you know, I'm out there like dancing with 300 people, you know, and it's great.
Detroit was the mecca for music for so many years. So many creative talents have come out of Detroit. When you think about the Motown era, you think about Stax Records, you think about Universal, you think about all the other companies that have produced major people, musicians as well as lyric writers.
I just love like the surrounding, like just the area of Detroit for some reason. It's just like old and so many historical buildings and sites you can go to. It's really fascinating.
I'm very inspired by just going to galleries in Detroit and being inspired by the art. I can really take from that and then create my own style from it.
You see and you feel the presence of Detroit in my music, and you see the presence of Detroit in the artwork also.
Detroit plays a role because not only are we like from this area, but also it plays a big role in where we get shows. A lot of your audience that you're getting is going to be in Detroit, and then sometimes you get students from Detroit and they really want to, you know, learn what you've done. So it's just inspiring the people of Detroit and saying there are these amazing things in Detroit that you can see. So just got to get out there and see them.
I love Detroit, especially after spending time in San Diego. There's a really tight-knit community here and everybody helps each other, and you know, if we need like a fire performer for a show or a hooper, we know a ton of people, and out there it seems to be a little more like everybody's kind of doing their individual thing.
Here it's like, oh hey, you gotta meet my cousin, and then this is my yoga teacher, and you know, and I love that about Detroit. It's really refreshing, and whatever the cliches are about the Midwest, I think it's a really positive thing.
And Detroit audience, you know, on the part of the support, I think they've been, you know, fantastic. I think they have pushed me to be, you know, go to the next level, next step. And also, it gives you a lot of strength here.
Detroit really seems to be on the cusp of a renaissance. And as an artist, it's so exciting to see, and yet so frustrating because you want it to happen that much faster. You know, I just want to be able to wave a magic wand and have it be everything that it could be. And we, I think, know that it's going to be a journey.
And of course, for a lot of artists, including myself, the decay of the place is interesting. You know, I hate to say it callously because I know there's a lot of pain that goes through with that, but in the sense that, like, if you go to places in Europe, you see ruins. And we don't really have that here in the US. And I actually find it very visually interesting. And so there's sort of an earthiness that I love about Detroit.
I never didn't have faith. You know, sometimes, you know, you have to be closest to your death to really realize like how alive you are, you know? And so it's like Detroit going through so much struggle and being so close to sort of dissolving in some ways. We are closest to our rebirth than maybe some other places.
There's still a lot in Detroit that's not a perfect picture and a perfect world, but there's a lot of love, there's a lot of passion, and I am very fortunate to be an American artist living in the Detroit metro area. I encourage everybody to come on out and take a look at the artists, the landscapes, and the people and the music of Detroit.
It's going to take time. It's going to take many people coming and giving to the city to make it what it really could be. And I hope that through my art, bringing a sense of mythology, bringing a sense of traditional techniques, as I do through my pottery, bringing back story like I do through my own sculpting work, will help contribute to that process.
We have this opportunity to recreate ourselves and to continue to grow, and it's like, we are a strong city. I mean, I lived in New York for a year, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go out to New York and I'm gonna find my way, I'm gonna play music. And it was like, when I came back to Detroit, I was so grateful to have such an amazing community to come back to that just, you know, had their arms out waiting. And I just think that we are a brave city. You know, if it's my place to be proud, well then I'm the proudest.
That's it. That's exactly how Detroit performs. And that wraps it up for this edition of Detroit Performs. As always, for more arts and culture, head to DetroitPerforms.org, where you'll find featured videos, blogs, and information on upcoming arts events. Also, check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We'd like to thank the Detroit Mercantile Company for letting us come by here today. Make sure you check out some Made in Detroit items for yourself next time you come in. Until next Tuesday, get out there and show the world how Detroit performs, y'all. I am DJ Oliver. Thanks for watching, guys.